Okay, so we're back. Got an entrance into Haukke Manor, where we have really creepy things such as these little carpet stains. As you can see, we have succubi, maidservants, bats, animated carpet stains. There's a lot of bad things happening here. Just the bat left. Nice grody layer of dust in this place. Oh, and this person right here is a scholar. As I mentioned before, summoners have two different routes that they can go. They have or arcanists have two routes they can go. They have the damage dealers, which are summoners, and then you have the scholars, which get a nice little fairy to hang out with them. This place hasn't seen a lot of active use, it seems. So, looks like somebody's been killing off all their servants. We gotta be able to look out for the little keys, or the tiny keys like that. Because we need them. A Divine Mold. Yeah, I don't care what you call it. If you got mushrooms growing in your house, there's a problem. got the handmaidens over here. I never really paid attention, but I noticed just a little bit of laughter. That was kind of fun. When the one lady was attacking, she was laughing, which is kind of creepy. Don't really need to go over there. Is it a thing? Yes, but it's not really a needed thing. And we have the Manor Clavenger. As we can see, slightly demonic look for this guy too, or this lady. There's definitely some stuff going on here. I do like how the weird bat things actually kind of look like a cloak too. Ooh, nope, nope. Do not stand. Do not want. We'll transpose. And we'll greed on that one. Don't really need it, but we can greed on that. So we found the green key. And the green key will let us go through the ivory door. Extra burning. All the extra burning you can get. go. And now we have to kind of go around because the Carnation door won't open for us. And you know how it is with these places. You can't really access them. You know, you have to go all the way around. They're not going to put the key right easily available to you. That would make far too much sense. You notice that one little attack spell that our healer is doing is actually a spell called Ruin. It's available to both summoners and scholars. Now, since I normally do tanking, I kind of have a favored selection of enemies that I go to. Typically, I'll take. I like when people take out casters first. It's much harder for me to move casters if in the event that I need to go pick something else up. The other ones I don't like are spirits. A lot of times the spirits will also count as casters. They just really don't like to follow you. Anything that lives in melee range, I'm just fine with. As a tank, it's not really anything that has to actually come up and mix it up with me is kind of okay. Spellcasting in a party gets a little bit interesting because with the little guys like this, it's not always in your best interest to target the most, how do I want to put it? The one that's wounded the most is not always your best target. Like right now I feel safe attacking the corpse fly, but when it gets too low, you're really asking for the enemy to be killed before you can even finish them off. Okay. And now we have kind of a dual enemy, the Manor Jester and the Manor Steward. Again, like I was talking about, one's a One's a melee and one's a caster. So, you know, the melee one's easy enough to take care of if you're I mean, yes, once in a while they'll have something big that targets an area, but for the most part it just... My head. Let's get rid of some of his resistance. So not super scary, but out there, Manor Chauces, kinda useful for me. That one I'll pass on. I will let the healer have it. And there's actually a trick here where you can just use the return spell like usual, and it'll plunk you down right here at the front doors to let you go up. Now got the Manor Sentry. There is a little bit more that we can explore, but it's entirely optional, so a lot of people don't. I'll come here later. I'll come to this place again later to fill out the rest of this. And there is Lady Amandine. Now, there are a couple of interesting mechanics in this fight. Okay, so we got the void lamps. We gotta take care of the void lamps. Not taking care of the void lamps will spawn ads that can really... There it is. The Lady's Candle. go. Got the handmaiden. And unfortunately, she was so corrupted by the void at this point. That, you know, when you beat her, she disappears. Well, looks like if I'd waited a couple of moments, I would have gotten the heart of... But that's a white mage thing. Oh. And now there's two of them. Pleasure to meet the last adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe. There's no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong. It is that strength that the light is drawn. Heidelin chose well. Pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Alas, we came here not to play, but to take measure of your strength for the Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you. And they disappear. Lovely. That is an awesome bedchamber. Looks more like a cathedral slot than a bedchamber, but... Well, with that done, let's go back to Ursendal and let him know what happened. Ooh, we have a minor beret, too. Let's see what that looks. But it hides the hair. If I had shorter hair, or if it left the ponytail out, I'd wear it. But since it does not, then... So I got the manor belt and the manor beret, which isn't bad. Yes, I do wish to enter Gridania. Now we have to go up and talk to him. He's up by the Lancers Guild, so... We'll take a slight shortcut. Head up here. Oh, I'm not sure you want to know. Really want to know what happened within the manor and what became of Lady Amandine. So she went so far to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same vile brood. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others. But who am I to speak of punishment? For my silence I allowed I know not how many innocent young women to die in unspeakable circumstances. It matters not wherefore. Though misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities and accept whatever punishment they deem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy on my soul. Poor guy. So, with that done, it seems to want us to go back to Minfilia and let her know what's happening. We did come across a couple more Asians. Nothing more to do with primals, thankfully, but more Asians. I don't know if you really want to know what happened in the 12's Wood. 2 of La Habrea's minions, and they thought to measure your strength by their own admission? The devils taunt us. It is without a doubt, then, the Asians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks for your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations of the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten their vigil. There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Asians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet, come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires. We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set an investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others. Achievement unlocked. Skeletons. Well, we got a little bit of time. Let's see what she wants.
The Maelstrom requests our assistance.
Concerning the kobolds they sent such copious notes on, I presume?
Yes. And no. It has more to do with their findings, which portend a peril far greater than any beast tribe.
What sort of peril?
The worst kind. A tribe of kobolds in the vicinity of Limsa Lominsa has reawakened Titan. Our task will be to slay the Primal. The Maelstrom have sworn support for the endeavor. They are no strangers to the havoc kobolds can wreak.
Years before the Grand Company's reformation, 2 primals, Leviathan and Titan, chanced to converge upon the sea wall, wreaking untold devastation. There, by the grace of the Navigator, were the mercenaries Merlvib hired able to fend them off. Yet it did not take long for the beast tribes to regroup. and they summoned their primals once more.
Thankfully, their second coming was decidedly short-lived, but that is beside the point. So long as tormented souls will them to exist, the realm will never be rid of primals.
The Maelstrom has kept a watchful eye upon the beast tribes, and the kobolds in particular, ever since. Which brings us to the matter at hand.
Unlike Ifrit, we know scarcely anything of Titan. Unfortunately, the only force known to have bested him, the modestly named Company of Heroes, disbanded 5 years since, and mercenaries are not in the habit of keeping chronicles.
She sounds very upset about that.
Expect the worst. The Maelstrom's help is of course appreciated, but even if we had their whole armada at our disposal, we could still find ourselves overmatched. A pity the kobolds lack the gentle sensibilities of the sylphs. A peaceful resolution would be more than welcome. The echo will not avail you this time, I fear. If you are to survive, your steel must needs speak for you. No
okay
one
with
would
burning
think
them.
you a coward were you to decline.
No.
So you will accept?
I want to burn another primal.
Thank you.
We can't very well send her to Limsa Lominsa without Yestola. Can we, Minfilia?
May I ask that of you, Yestola?
I never thought it in question.
Ever reliable. Very well. We will spare no effort to win victory. You may count on the full support of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. And all not afield will aid the fight from afar. Thancred, Ida, go to the Grand Companies. Tell them of our plight and solicit their support. Urianger, send word to the students of Baldessian, and Alfino if you would. Papalimo, compile all the information we have on Titan, little though it may be. You will be apprised of the tactical situation when you reach the Sailor's Ward. Provision yourself for the journey. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
So, looks like we know what our next target is going to be. We will be killing ourselves a Titan. But I dare say I'm going to try and level up a little bit and do one more thing before we head over to Titan. We have a couple of things that we can do, and I'm of the mind to take care of those things before we start killing primals. So we'll head over here. Set ourselves up nice and in a nice little secluded area. Take care and have fun.